Hey guys, Mr. Ad-friendly, non-controversial Phyzik here. I'm not talking about this man, I repeat, not talking about this man. Please don't demonetize. Please YouTube, I need this. Come on, I can't see the colour yellow anymore. Seriously. Not talking about this guy, but this girl instead. Oh god, please don't demonetize. Please. Hi guys, and welcome back to another Phyzik Let's Talk. I would do a Phyzik Talks video, but I keep getting demonetized and I just can't deal with that anymore. So we're going to be having a nice, non-controversial, ad-friendly, chummy, relaxing chow down with Mr. Phyzik. Hope you guys are doing well. If you enjoyed the video today, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. I have a Patreon set up, link is in the description as always. So, like I said, I haven't done a Let's Talk for a while, so I thought it could be quite a nice idea. Recently, when talking about He Who Shall Not Be Named, it seems that YouTube will come after you, and I just can't be dealing with that anymore. It's been several videos in a row now, and I just kind of want to break the cycle, because it gets very frustrating when you get into this pattern of yellow, yellow, yellow. You know that your video isn't really going anywhere, so you've wasted your time, basically. So today, we're going to be talking about several different things. Firstly, I'm going to be talking about the channel in general, my plans for this year, things like that. As well as that, I'm going to be discussing Woahhvicky very briefly, because recently I made a video about her and I was getting many comments about whether she's a troll or not, so we will be exploring that idea. As well as this, I'm going to be just going over some of Physic's latest, hottest and freshest recommendations that will be in music and in film. As well as this, I'm just going to be discussing the new year and things like that. So, without further ado, let us roll that intro. So, 2018 is here. It is finally here. We're out of 2017. Thank goodness. I mean, it was a pretty bad year, except from YouTube. That has been one massive positive. For those of you that don't know, I started my channel last year, so that was kind of like my initiation to YouTube, and it's kind of given me an idea of how the system works and how it doesn't work and stuff like that. And if I'll be honest with you guys, I went a lot further than I thought I would. I really did. I started off the channel just doing gaming videos, which I really enjoyed doing, and it was very relaxing, but it wasn't getting me anywhere. And I really do fear that you can't start a gaming channel on YouTube anymore and expect to get anywhere with it, because the site is so oversaturated with that kind of content, which is the reason why I started doing commentary videos. And it's a real shame, because I know a lot of smaller YouTubers that do fantastic gameplay videos, but they kind of get swept aside by a load of generic rubbish, and that is a real shame. But since I started doing commentary videos, things started moving along at a quicker pace, and in the past couple of months things have just gone absolutely crazy. I'm just amazed at how much I've progressed, and it's pretty much entirely down to you guys, so thank you so much once again for those of you that do support me. I'm also interested to know if you guys have any New Year's resolutions and what they might be. Let me know down in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. Personally, I just want to progress my channel even more. I want to start streaming and things like that. As well as that, I kind of want to get out of this anxious hole that I'm in and kind of get somewhere with my social anxiety, get out in the world a bit more. Also, I kind of want to get rid of this, and it's happening, but it is a slow process, as most of you probably know. So, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Do you want to give up smoking? Do you want to, I don't know, get into more exercise? Do you want to start a new hobby? Things like that. Let me know down in the comments. Also, this is completely irrelevant to pretty much anything, but whilst it's in my head, I just wanted to mention it. I was having a look at my YouTube demographics the other day, and my demographics it's either 75 or 85% female, and it was just a bit of a shock. I've never really looked at them before, and it's really interesting. I mean, most of the comments I get are from females, and maybe that's why my channel feels so relaxing, and why my comment sections aren't filled with arrogant, opinionated, hothead idiots just arguing and bickering. So that's a nice thing. It's definitely a nice thing. So let us now move on to talking about Woahhvicky, because I know a lot of you have probably clicked on this video to look into that topic, but there will be timestamps down in the description to each section of the video. Yeah, I was getting a lot of messages about Woahhvicky, a lot of people saying that she is a troll, a lot of people questioning whether she's a troll or not, and she's 100% genuine. She is exactly the person that you see. The only instances where I believe she's joking around and trolling is, for example, when I was talking about her video where she is teaching people how to sing. I believe that's a joke because it's such a sloppy video. There's no point to it. She was laughing constantly throughout it, and it was clearly absolutely no advice on any level. So that could very well be a joke, but aside from that, she is 100% the person that she is, and I know this for several reasons. One of the main reasons is that I've seen a video of her that it wasn't her that was filming, it wasn't her friends that was filming, it was a third party completely separate to her, where she was getting into an altercation with some much older lads in quite a rough looking area, and she ended up getting beaten to the floor, punched. Really, I mean, this is awful. As much as I think she's a bit of a silly person, she doesn't deserve to be beaten into the ground by a fully grown man. So that was a bit hard to watch. And in the same video, she pepper sprayed someone, and you could clearly see that this was real, and there would be no reason to troll about that anyway. So that's the first reason. And all the while this was happening, she was acting like she always does, speaking in the way that she always does. Aside from that, I've looked at many videos on her Instagram, many images, and that kind of thing, and she is so clearly the person she portrays. She never breaks character. It's just, it would be so much effort for someone to live a lie and be a completely fake person every day of the week. She has a tattoo of Zone 6 on her lip. She got that recently. I saw the video where she was in the tattoo shop. So I promise you guys, she is not trolling at all. She may be joking about certain things, but she's very much a real person. So now that's out the way, let's go to Physik's selection corner, Physik's reaction station, Physik's recommendation station, Physik's suggestion submarine. Something like that. So first is a film that most of you have probably already heard of, and most of you have probably already watched, because it's a very popular film, and it's been around for quite a while now. It is called The Departed. Now, The Departed was a fantastic film. I've been meaning to watch it for a very long time now, and I'm so glad that I finally have. It is directed by Martin Scorsese, who is easily one of my favourite directors. He directed Goodfellas, Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island, all that kind of good stuff, Taxi Driver, After Hours, just absolutely fantastic films. He's directed many of the best films that have ever existed, and I have a lot of respect for him, a lot of respect. So The Departed is a film about gangs. It's a film about corrupt police in Boston. It features Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg. So a lot of really popular people, and some of my favourite actors. Leonardo DiCaprio is easily one of my favourite actors. I just think he's wonderful. He can really get into roles such as like The Basketball Diaries, where he was a junkie that was like out of control, addicted to heroin, and he portrayed that character incredibly well for someone that isn't a junkie, if you see what I mean. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen The Wolf of Wall Street. I think he did a wonderful job in that. I don't think many people could have done a better job, but I'm getting off topic here. So The Departed, it delves deep into how corrupt the police are and how much power gangs can have, and how the kind of duality of the police and gangs, and how they merge over and become this one big corrupt thing that kind of each part helps each other, and this system gets worse and worse. It's wonderful. It's one of the best films that has ever existed in my opinion, and I really do recommend you check it out. So, aside from that, in terms of music, I'm going to be suggesting to you Unwound. Unwound is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated rock bands of our time. They really are. I mean, what an incredible band. They are absolutely fantastic. They make a lot of kind of post-hardcore, alternative rock, but they delve into some very experimental, progressive stuff. If I was to suggest one album, it would be Repetition, which came out in 1996. Their kind of discography spanned across the 90s. This is probably not the album that most people would suggest. Most people would probably suggest Leaves Turn Inside of You, which is an incredible album, but it's different. It has a more balanced sound, it has probably a bit more depth, which is obviously a positive, but it doesn't have that kind of raw, aggressive, mad style that their earlier albums have. If I was to relate them to anyone, it would probably be At the Drive-In. Has a very similar sound to them. They're also one of my favourite artists of all time. I really have no idea what kind of music my audience is into, but from what I've heard, a lot of you are into that kind of stuff, so I thought I'd recommend that. Now, their sound can range from very, as I say, very experimental, very progressive stuff. You've got weird time signatures, you've got crazy pacing and interesting effects and different styles of sound. And it also ranges to some more deep, slower, melodic stuff, and I can really appreciate the kind of balance they have. Every album that I've listened to from them is consistently good. In like each song on the album will be consistently as good as the other. It's not like there are a couple of really good tracks and then some not so great tracks. They're usually just as good as each other, and that's a sign of a really good artist in my opinion. Radiohead's one of my favourite bands of all time, and that's largely due to the fact that they are consistently fantastic in almost every song they make. So those are my recommendations for today. I also want to just talk about my gaming videos, because as you may have noticed, I've been releasing more and more gameplay videos recently. In fact, probably more than my commentary videos at the minute. This is for several different reasons. One, because I do want to incorporate more gaming into my channel. This is also because I kind of want to get more people knowing that I make gaming videos, because most people are subscribed to my channel for my commentary videos, and sometimes there'll be huge amounts of time where I don't upload any gaming videos, so people might miss them and that kind of thing. I'm going to be uploading more gaming videos than I have been. This will be more on Silent Hill 2, more on Silvio 2. I will also be doing smaller indie games, but I will always choose games that I think are either very good. This can be old games, new games, pretty much from any time period, as long as I think they're good and worth you guys checking them out. Such as Silent Hill 2, that's a very old game now, but I now know that I have a lot of Silent Hill fans, which is fantastic. You guys have very good taste. If not, I will at least choose games that I think are interesting. For example, Faith, which is the most recent gaming video I've uploaded, which was the MS-DOS super creepy, super bizarre game. I thought that looked really interesting, and I'm glad I looked into it because it's fantastic. It's a free game, it's got some really inventive ideas in it, and I think it's worth people checking out. I also want to incorporate my Oculus Rift into some of my gaming videos. I just need to try and find some games that work and that don't scare me to death, because a lot of the horror games I've played with the Oculus Rift have been unplayable because I'm not used to them. I find them very, very scary, so I'll have to kind of slowly play them more and more and find some that are maybe a bit less scary than others. I found one which is called Late Night Shop, where you go into a shop that has like mannequins that you would have clothing on, and they will only move when you're looking away. And with the Oculus, that's really weird because you can literally look away, look back, and they'll be right up in your face, which is really scary. But the game it doesn't try to be like ridiculously scary, so I can manage that. So I might be doing a video on that. I also have never recorded a video with the Oculus, so that's going to be an interesting experience. But I just wanted to update you guys on the channel and exactly what's going on. I'm still going to be doing commentary videos. In fact, I'm going to be trying to do more commentary videos than I have been, because I know my commentary video uploads have been very scarce recently, and I do apologize about that. Just the Christmas period is often very busy, as I'm sure you guys can understand. I also just wanted to say that if you are a fan of my content and if you're a fan of gaming videos, please do check out some of my gameplay videos. You can probably see they get very, very, very small amounts of views, like very rarely more than 300 views per video, and a large amount of them will end up being demonetized. So check them out if you get the chance. As I say, I do try to do things that are either good or at least interesting. There are very few bad games or games that I wouldn't recommend to people that I've played on the channel, and sometimes maybe I'll play a bad game for the laughs, because you know, that whole so bad it's good thing, that definitely works with gaming videos as well. Anyway, I believe that is all I have to talk about today, guys. If you are interested in any particular games I'm playing at the minute, if you're interested in Silvio 2, if you're more interested in Silent Hill 2, or if you're more interested in my smaller indie games like one-shots and demos, or if there are any other kind of games that you would like to recommend, let me know down in the comments. I'd definitely be interested on some feedback in that realm. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one.